Hey everybody, this is Andrew the Moo, and I am trying to figure something out at the moment. There we go. There. Stream should be going on just fine. Let's see. We're gonna get this started. I want to say hello to everyone that is here this evening, and look, I actually have a camera. Hey, Soy Bomb. Let's do this. Noticing the fact that nothing is showing up in the chat. Hopefully we can get that working here shortly. So let's go ahead and launch this anyway. You have a very stuttery camera. Oh, great. Well, I tell you what, if the camera's not going to work right, I'm just going to shut it off right now. Ooh. Oh. Oh, good night. It's just going to be errors abounding starting out with this, isn't it? So, like, my two plans starting all of this out was like, hey, I want to talk about this being my favorite game in the whole wide world. You know, or one of my favorite games in the whole wide world, and this, that, and the other. I guess stretch this out to make it big. I need to make sure that the mouse doesn't show up on the screen. We can see the moo. Yeah, not for very long, because for some reason my camera is not showing up all that well. So I'm going to have to say goodbye for right now until I can figure out how to do the camera. But hello, Steph. How are you this evening? And cam is now normal. Okay. If the camera's normal now, the camera's normal. All right. That whatever works. Hope everyone's having a good day, and hope you have a good. Looking forward to having a good New Year's. I'm going to be playing a game I used to play a whole lot when I was a kid. And it was something I really, really enjoyed. Streamer is not normal. Well, that's pretty normal. This is different than the way I'm used to it. This is the King's Quest collection. And so it's a little different from what I'm used to playing. I actually have to go through the opening to show the opening. And then I have to go into playing. So we're going to start with this. And the video is going to stutter. That's another thing about this is the video of King's Quest VI. This is going to stutter. Hey, Draven, how are you this evening? Long ago, in the castle of a kingdom called Daventry, prepare to see old 3D graphics back in the day. And I don't know how loud this is. I can't control the sound of this movie. But, hopefully you'll be able to hear me over some of this. And yes, the stuttering you see in the weird movement.
Here you are.
Good grief, that's loud.
Oh, you're still not thinking about Cosima, are you?
I suppose I am.
Son, it's been months. You've got to pull yourself together. After all, you only met her that once.
I know.
Have you discovered anything about the land of the Green Isles?
Stop thinking about her. Stop pining
No one's
about
even heard
her.
of it. It's like she's just vanished.
So here's your basic
I wish I could
story.
help.
If you're familiar
Please
with
try
King's
to
Quest,
think about something
King's
else,
Quest
dear.
5, you'll
I'll try, Mother.
understand King's Quest 6, and I'll explain it shortly. I'll kind of be quiet during this scene because there's a bit of jankiness to this that I enjoy. This is tied for best King's Quest game. I agree with you completely. There's one or two things about this that I don't like. You really make sure we pay attention to the dialogue. And by the way, it is just jumpy. So this is normal for this video. The game should play just fine though. And see, this is where you and I differ. I do not believe King's Quest 8 is the best King's Quest game, but we'll talk about that shortly. Can you guys hear me good, by the way? Is the game too loud? I'll have to fix it in a minute, but... Alright, here comes the best gaming song ever. I can hear you, Dandy. Awesome. It's the instrumental version of Girl in a Tower.
Alexander, I feel so alone. I don't know what to do. Alexander, I wish you were here.
Cosima! Wait! Mother! Mother, come quick!
Mom, I'm not a complete emo. I have proof.
Alexander, what on earth? You're white as a ghost.
Mother, I saw Cosima. She was in the mirror.
In the mirror?
In the
magic mirror?
The
Yes.
magic mirror. It's the only
And it
mirror in
showed
this
me
room,
how to
woman. What are you
find her.
talking about?
How?
The stars! I saw the stars outside her window. I can navigate by the stars.
Oh, Alexander, if you really go...
It will be all right, Mother. I promise.
Yes, I put on a wig and pretended to be Cosima in the mirror. No, she was in the regular mirror. Even weirder, yes. So, out of curiosity, how many here is familiar with the King's Quest series? Because I've actually played through King's Quest 1 through 5 on the YouTube channel as VODs. Okay, well, I know Soy Bomb is familiar with it. Is anyone else familiar with the King's Quest series? Because I'm probably going to do a little bit of talking about that series here. And talking about some of the previous games, and like in a little bit, I'm going to talk about the at least get you up to speed with. Well, actually, I'd have to start at the very beginning and work my way forward as you watch me rub my eyes. I don't care much for any game prior to King's Quest V. That's almost blasphemous. By the way, this glass has sparkling grape juice in it. That's how I'm topping off the new year. Nice, non-alcoholic, carbonated grape juice. Okay, Steph's not familiar with the game. That's fine. That's cool. I'm missing out. I can explain the series a little bit better, and in fact, I've actually tossed around the idea of, as time goes on, restreaming the first 5 games, as well as the 7th game. And Soy Bomb, the 8th is all yours, man. All yours. Or we can take turns. Because you don't like the, basically anything to 5. I can let you stream 5, and I can do 1 through 4. I mean, that'll work. And go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it, Alexander. You know you want to say it. What now?
Land ho!
Yes.
Land ho! Land ho!
Very excited. And that's his crew. It's like the surliest looking generic pirates that you could see. Oh, you are really missing out with King's Quest. Oh, it's a new experience for me. Well, I hope you enjoy this experience. It was honestly one of my favorite games as a child. I played this game and beat it a couple of times. In fact, a lot of what I'm going to try this evening is actually based off of fuzzy memory. And so some of this I know I'm going to be able to remember just fine. Just in case I forget something, I've got a guide. Oh no! Everything is turned rough and janky. The funny thing is I'm looking at the stream, and the stream actually looks crisper than what I'm actually seeing on my computer at the moment. And that's funny to me. How it actually looks jankier on my computer screen than it does on the stream. And that's kind of funny for me. By the way, the ship just sank, if you didn't see. Is not as crispy as expected. No, it's not. King's Quest. Wait. Are we getting into this? Yeah. We've pretty much got the story at this point. I can just press the escape button, and that's going to make me restart this, but now we can actually get into the game proper. Okay? The sinking of the ship was basically the last thing we needed to know and to see. So, we're at least hearing the Sierra Presents sound in its gloriousness, which is how it should sound. And then one of my favorite opening intros to a game. Da-da-da-da. Love King's Quest 6. Alright, so let's hop into the game. Obviously, Alexander has survived. I'm going to go ahead and...
Alexander is carrying nothing.
Alexander is carrying nothing. Okay. I'm going to turn the speed up just a little bit. I am going to turn the volume down just a smidge so it's not too loud. And I am going to go ahead and... Well, I'm not going to save the game yet. I'm not going to save the game yet. I'm going to cancel this. I'm going to do two things first, then I'm going to save the game.
Alexander picks up his royal insignia ring from the beach.
Okay, so this is the first thing we do is we pick up that insignia ring. I don't even think he even bent over just then.
Alexander pushes the plank to one side.
And so the neat thing
is...
is...
A box has been partially buried under sand.
The game is narrated, which I really like. Thankfully, we don't have, like, Cedric the Owl here to tell us...
Alexander takes the coin and leaves the ruined box where it is.
Alexander bends over repeatedly, more or less. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually save the game. And we're going to delete just in case. Yes, I'm going to delete that save game. And so we are going to say death 0, 0, 1. Swept away. I do want to show off the deaths in this while I'm playing this, because to me it's amusing watching Alexander die. So we just got through with a shipwreck because the waves and the wind and the waters were absolutely destructive.
The ocean is not as calm as it appears. Underwater currents tug at Alexander's legs.
So absolutely what we need to do is move farther into the water, right? I mean, it's not dangerous at all.
The underwater tow is amazingly strong here. It pulls ferociously at Alexander's legs.
Oh no.
Before Alexander can retreat, the current grabs his legs. The shifting sand vanishes from beneath his feet. Against his best efforts, he is dragged out to sea.
And Alexander dies. I love the narrator of this game. And
the currents around the island pull Alexander under.
This sounds really, really good.
As Alexander struggles to the surface for the third and last time, he finds himself wishing he'd paid more attention to the warning signs of an undertow.
This evening, I hope you're having a great night. Please, we need to know about Alexander's legs. And so every time you die, you end up going to the world of death.
Only.
Alexander pulls out his magic
Next.
Alexander.
Nothing like getting swept off your feet.
And just true to the King's Quest games, there's a pun when you die. Yes. Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation. Alright, so now that we've done that, we're going... Hey, autosave! Thanks for the follow. I appreciate that very, very much. So we're going to start by heading towards the castle. And I did do the fast walk. Good. I'm going to double check and make sure I did do that. Good. Sorry, let's play. And so let's go ahead and get into this. And we notice the fact the guards of this place look a little different than what you would naturally see.
No strangers may enter the castle of the crown.
You may mention that, actually, and I'll turn down the volume just a smidge more. Oop, that's too low. Stop going down. We'll do it about halfway, and we'll see how that works. So let's talk to these guys.
Alexander politely addresses the odd-looking guards at the castle doors, hoping to learn more about his predicament.
Is it still
Good day to you, guards.
Or
I was cast upon this island in a storm, and I'm a little confused about my location. Could you tell me what place this is and who lives in this castle?
Hey, what is that you say? A castaway?
Castaway.
A likely story. We haven't had any foreigners in this part since Alhazred arrived.
Don't be so rude, Gruff.
Because if so,
He's
I
not
can fix
asking
it
for
in just a
any
moment.
secrets. You're standing on the Isle of the Crown, lad, and this is the Castle of the Crown. The royal family resides here. Rather, what's left of the royal family.
The Isle of the Crown? But tell me, am I anywhere near the land of the Green Isles?
This is the land of the Green Isles. The Isle of the Crown is the main island, foolish boy.
Then Princess Cassima must live in this very castle.
Aye, the princess is indeed our treasured jewel to guard, and we consider it an honor.
Okay, so they're guarding. They're happy to be guarding. Okay, let's try this. Okay, And so they're happy to guard her. I need to do some proving that I'm, royalty.
Alexander decides to show his royal insignia ring to the Castle of the Crown guards. With all of his papers lost in the shipwreck, it is the only possible calling card he can think of.
So, in a moment, I'm about to be
I'm Prince Alexander of Daventry.
Happy.
I'm an acquaintance of Princess
I still
Cosima.
think it sounds very
could
loud,
just
even though
inform
I've got
her
it
that
like
I'm
a
here,
quarter of the
please.
way down.
So everyone says. Let me just look at that ring.
What does it say,
Just
Gruff?
a moment.
Kingdom of Daventry, Prince Alexander. Wait here while I go see what Captain Saladin thinks of this.
Oh, all right. You want to see a happy moo cow? Captain Saladin is here. I'm going to try to turn it up just a slight bit more because it still feels like it's too loud to me. Okay, if this guy's voice is muted, Draven DeVere is now hosting. Thank you, Draven.
The guard returns a moment later with a majestic-looking creature.
It's the music, not the voices
Captain
that are
Saladin
turned down.
speaks with a voice that is gentle, but reflects a will of iron.
Prince Alexander of Daventry, I presume.
Did the voice sound
I'm afraid
familiar?
I'm unfamiliar with your country, but I'm sure Wazir Al-Hazred will want to meet you, if indeed you are a friend of the princess. Please follow me.
Dude, that border collie guard is voiced by Tony J. Frollo from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Yeah! You don't know who Tony... Come on, tell me.
Lord Al-Hazred, a visitor to see you. Prince Alexander of Daventry.
What is it that you seek, Prince Alexander?
Pardon the intrusion, my lord, but I came to see Princess Cosima. Some months ago, my father, King Graham, saved my family and I from imprisonment under an evil wizard named Mordak.
The same wizard that kidnapped the princess?
Exactly. When my father rescued us, he also liberated Cosima and sent her home.
Then your father has my gratitude, and that of the entire kingdom. But I'm afraid I still fail to see the purpose of your visit.
I'm in love.
I came to make sure that Cosima arrived safely and to pay my respects. Before we parted, she gave me an invitation to visit.
Any time to
I
visit.
have no doubt she did exactly that at the time, Prince Alexander.
I really wish I could
However,
do something with the
things
voices.
have greatly
and turn them down
changed for
just slightly.
Cosima since her ordeal in Mordak's castle.
Ordeal in Mordak's castle.
Cosima's parents both became ill and died while she was gone.
Oh, that's too
Cosima
bad.
is sequestered in mourning for them as befits a princess. She is not receiving visitors of any kind.
Any kind, mind you.
Even if she were, I do not think your visit
Pay
would be
attention to this guy's
appropriate.
eyes.
You see, it
Those
is
are kind of
time for
important.
Cosima to take her responsibilities seriously. With her parents gone,
this.
she no longer has
He's
the
ready to cut me
luxury
down at
to
a
be a
moment's
carefree
notice.
maiden. As was her parents' wish, Cosima and I are to be wed. We shall rule the kingdom together. I assure you, our marriage is all Cosima wants now.
All
As a
Cosima
prince and a gentleman, it would be best that you leave before there is any further embarrassment.
wants. Before you get killed?
I see. I suppose that I was mistaken. I thought for certain that Cosima...
You thought wrong, kid.
Well, I apologize.
A young man sees what he wishes to see. I'm sorry you've wasted your time traveling to the land of the Green Isles. May your
Thanks,
journey
Steph. I hope
home
you have a
be
great night.
swift.
And be safe.
Perhaps
be
I
very
will take
safe.
the opportunity to look around your fair land while I'm here.
I would advise against that. The kingdom is rather, shall we say, inhospitable these days. But it is your neck. You may risk it if you please. Captain Saladin will escort you from the castle. Good day.
All right, I'm going to try in just a moment. I'm going to let this cutscene and everything else end because Saladin has something to say to me, and then I'll try to turn it down and see if that works.
You have had your hearing with Wazir Al-Hazred. I trust you'll respect his wishes and not return. I have been instructed not to let you into the castle again. Good day, my lord.
My lady.
Captain Saladin whispers something to the guard dogs at the castle gate, and they nod with understanding.
Alright, so I'm not getting back in there for a little bit, but that was necessary for us to continue into this game.
Alexander has a feeling they won't be letting him into the castle again.